What's up, guys? This your boy James, aka Six8Jay, coming to you on this Sunday. It's 10 o'clock. The greatest way to start your day is with the Crypto for Life family. Appreciate you guys in a major way. I look up and who do I see? Crypto Trooper 22 hanging out with me. What's up, my brother? Crypto Trooper 22, one of those legendary brothers in the crypto space. Kenny G, what's up, my brother? With the gold star. Liz, my sister Liz with the gold star. Marvin Davis. What's up, my man? Pots and pans. OMC's in the house. What's up, OMC? Guys, we have a special guest. He's standing by right now. Let me make sure that I go over here and give me 1 second, fellas. Give me 1 second, ladies. Let me make sure I add this to my. You guys do me a huge favor as you guys see me post this over in our Telegram group. Do me a huge favor. Go over to Twitter. My sister Liz says it best. Hit that like and subscribe. Go over here and hit like, retweet, comment. Show the X world, the YouTube world, the Twitter world, if you will, how much support Six8Jay in the Crypto for Life family has. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me put this in here. All right, guys, we're back. We're back. I had to put that out there. Marvin Davis, what's up, bro? Guys, interesting times right now in crypto. What's happening? Well, I can tell you right now, the market cap is at $1.6 trillion. We got Bitcoin coming in at $42,000. Ethereum following that with a performance of $2,223.89. Good Lord, why did I go with the cents? I don't know. BNB right now is at 242. We got XRP sitting at 62 cents. I mean, it's 61.96, but what do you say with that? 62 cents rounded off. Isn't that what your teacher said, like in, what is like elementary? Huh? Round it to the nearest number. If it's over 5, if it's below 5, good. Let me stop. Solana right now is at 74.37. All right, the craziest teachers ever. ADA is at 60 cents right now. ADA's been on fire. AVAX up 27.55% over the last 7 days. AVAX, $42.26. We got Dogecoin coming at 9 cents. Polkadot at $6.95. Sounds like a discount to me. Something you find at Walmart. Huh? $6.95 on aisle 1. Chainlink right now is at $14.25. Matic coming in at 83 cents. We've got Shiba, 5 zeros and a 1. ICP, my boy, I was actually hanging out with my boy Mike Owens and his wife last night. Shouts out to Mike Owens and his lovely wife. We were out having dinner last night with me and the wife. And he was like, Jay, I hit it big with ICP. So Mike got into ICP just in time for the boom. Mike was like, man, I'm already up like $50,000 in the last like 5 weeks. So ICP has been on fire. If you don't know, look at the charts right here. Look at it. 1, 1, 2. That's 112% over the last 7 days. And guess who got a piece of that? Mike Owens did. We've got Adam Cosmos at 1134. We've got Uniswap coming in at number 22 on CoinMarketCap at 621. We've got XLM at 12 cents. We've got OKB at 56.70. Mike Collins, what's up, Mike Collins? Mike Collins says, good evening. Mike Collins out there in the UK, hanging out with his Crypto for Life family. Mike Collins getting ready for his Monday already. It's wrapping that day up, and we're just getting started out here. What are we, like 10:05 a.m.? And Mike Collins, what are you, like 6 p.m. or something like that, brother? We got, let's see, Filecoin coming in at 566, HBAR at 7 cents, IMS coming in at 207. INJ, that's another one that's been crazy pumping right now. It's at 52% of the last 7 days. It's at $30. Chronos, if you didn't know, it's at pretty much at 10 cents. APT at 8.23. We've got COS, that's Casper to be exact, at 11 cents. Near, let's make it clear. 234. VChain coming in at almost 3 cents. We got T at $13. We got Optimism at 211. Let's see, EGLD, that's what we used to call it. We call it Multiverse X right now. It's at 63.30. We've got RNDR coming in at 4.34. Algo coming in at 19 cents. We got GRT at 16 cents. And guys, the rest of the market is pretty much where it's at. HNT, wait a minute. 62% over the last week. Good Lord. Some of these coins, you see some double-digit reds. FTT is going down. I can understand that. I don't know who in the hell bought that in the first place. Ain't that right, Mike Collins? Carmichael's in the house. What's up, Andrew T? I see you slipped up in here, my brothers. My brothers. Guys, we got an incredible show. That's the market for you. There's some other things going on, but for the most part, it's just kind of, we're doing a little capitulation with many coins. Some things are still in the green. Let's get right into it. I got a special guest today. You guys might know who this brother is. I call him my friend. Y'all might know him as Majid. Let me go and get him on this up on the screen real quick. Majid, are you there, my brother?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me, James?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. How are you, my friend?
Doing great, brother. Doing great. It's the holiday season's always a special time, and crypto's popping. Always a good time.
Crypto's popping. The holiday season's going now. Have you and the wife still in the midst of doing all your Christmas shopping? You guys got some little ones there, so all of our kids are a little older, so we can just wire money here and there. But you guys got the little ones; they want toys. They got the Christmas tree. They got the spirit going. What's going on over there in your side of the woods with that?
No, man, it's winter break for the kids, so it's been spending some good quality family time, and
Oh, I see.
so it's
I see
been
some.
it's
I
been
see
fun.
some. I see somebody in the background there. Is that one of the little?
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
what's
this
up,
is a big
buddy?
guy.
How you
This
doing,
is
my
a big
friend?
guy.
Good.
Good. Awesome. You ready for Christmas?
Yep.
Yeah, he just
Awesome.
got his own YouTube channel too.
Really? What? Oh, really? What is he do on YouTube?
Just Pokemon stuff.
It's so funny. My son actually does the same thing where they go in and they play games and they talk about different. It's just so cute, man. It's
I
he's
love it.
I think he's like what 13 or something like that, but he does the same thing. He's got his own little YouTube channel. That's so cool.
Hey, I think in the future, attention is currency.
That's right.
And
That's right.
we're stepping into a global framework. Not just a local framework. So being able to get proficient with tools that capture that attention. I don't think it's too early to learn any of that stuff. And I mean, honestly, like I'm a boomer, as they would describe it,
Right. Right.
right? But it's incredible to see what like my son and his friends can create. He's 8, so it's insane.
Yeah, it's different times for sure. I can't think of that one. It was like Twitch or something like that. A lot of those guys, it's like they do gaming and they show when they're playing games and stuff like that. They monetize that, and that's turned out to be like a multi-billion-dollar industry. Obviously YouTube and a lot of different things like that. But yeah, man, it's incredible when you hear some of these success stories of people who, especially even kids that are able to generate a little income and stuff like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and really kind of seeing the transition of technology and commerce, collectively. No, we talk a lot about blockchain and it being like the new internet, right? It's really layers on top of what's already existing, right? Like if you take a look at like the internet, it layered on top of mom and pop companies,
Right,
which
right,
made it successful. Right
right.
now, we have blockchain, which will layer on top of the existing internet.
I,
Right.
th- I, th-
So
I think, if I'm not mistaken, is anybody else here in Magic? Is it? I don't know if it's your speaker, but it sounds like it's a little robotic. Am I wrong or right, or is everybody here in Magic okay?
can you guys share?
Now you're loud and clear.
Okay, okay.
For a minute there, we lost you for a second. There you go.
Okay, yeah. So no, I think there's a very interesting time, especially over the next 12 to 24 months. We're going to see a lot happen in the market, and it's just really I think it's just there's a lot of great information out there, especially the ones that James puts out every week. I mean, it's amazing
Thank you,
the
brother.
value that this channel brings for sure.
Thank you.
But it's also important to really kind of form your own thesis and stick by
That's right.
it,
That's
right?
right. That's right.
And it's fun to play in the crypto markets, but play with money that you could afford to lose, right?
Well,
And
it's so funny about what you're saying, and I'm gonna let you finish off your thoughts, but I'm going to segue into something that you just mentioned, and that is never invest more than you can afford to lose, and that's such a huge statement. I'm gonna go ahead and bring you up, and go over to our Crypto for Life channel. For those of you guys who haven't caught it, make sure you guys check us out here on YouTube. It's called Crypto for Life. You can actually see right here where it has Majid and I right now talking, but I'm going to actually scroll down here just a little bit, and I'm going to go over to something that Majid's talking about right now. And I don't know if you caught this or not, Majid. I want you to continue with your thought when I finish saying this. But it was a stream that I did, and it was the initials DANG, which is dang. And we got a lot of stuff we're going to talk about today, and I don't want to just get focused on one thing, but you just hit a nerve with me, and that was in this particular deal, D.A. Remember back in the day we used to use the slang dang. We said dang it, dang, dang. And,
yeah, yeah.
especially around your parents because you couldn't curse or you get in trouble. But I would say, dog, dang it, that teacher got on my nerves, Mom. Anyways, but in that stream, each one of those letters is someone in my life that I met through crypto that have lost everything in crypto. I'm talking about Majid. The stories are just horrific. And I was with my friend Mike the other day. I got another phone call, and it just really hurts my heart, and it really kind of messes up my mood because these are people who at one point had hundreds of thousands of dollars in crypto. Some of these people don't have anything going right now, and the stories just keep coming in. Like I literally put DANG, but I could probably add another 6 more initials to that, right? And it's not, and I didn't talk about anybody that's specifically that's in the our Crypto for Life group, just different stories that I've come across, and those people, aren't even tuned in, and I don't even talk about their names other than just initial. But the stories are just so sad in the fact that I've seen people, and I want you to comment on this, Majid. I've seen people take out, borrow against their house. I've seen people who've lost not only their main house, but it started with losing they bet their rental house on it. Then they bet their main house. Then they've taken out loans that their wives didn't even know about, or vice versa. There's people who put so much in that they didn't have anything. So when times got tough, when we had this dip, if they lost a job, they had to start, instead of taking profit at the top of the market, now they're forcefully having to take profit when the market's down because they're trying to survive. And some of these guys, man, at one point had hundreds of thousands in 2021, Matt. They don't even got a couple $100 now to get it to invest in crypto. They're literally out of the game. So I want you to talk about, and go back, and you kind of sparked that with what you said. Never invest more than you can lose. If you could just elaborate a little bit more on that. What's up, Casey Goodwin? Welcome to the show, my friend. If you Crypto Tropics in the house, if you could just elaborate more on that, Magic, because you kind of hit a nerve with that, and it's a nerve that I think we need to talk more about, because there's great stories like Mike Owens. When we had dinner last night, he said, I got in ICP about 5 weeks ago. I made $40,000. He's a big investor, right? But it's not always the case. And with Mike, it's a little different. If Mike puts in, a few $100,000, he can do that on a whim because he's a self-made, guy, right? But for most people, they're trying to they're trying to keep up with the Joneses, if you will, Magic. They're trying to keep up with everybody else, have those overnight, microwavable result stories. And I see people destroying their lives, chasing the green candles, chasing the dream. And I don't think I've said it in this video, dang, the 4 people that lost everything in crypto. Can you kind of give me, from your perspective and your experience in this industry, what's the right and wrong thing to do here, Magic? The show is yours.
Yeah, so just to kind of give you some context, I do work in the industry. So I have an accelerator. I work with infrastructure-based project in the blockchain space. And so we're doing a lot of work in this space. And, when you see it from the outside, everything looks super rosy. But when you're working on the inside, you realize that, like, man, some of these people just really don't have their stuff together, or they just don't really, like, I won't throw fun out there, but let's say like somebody like Polygon, super safe bet right now, right? Like everyone, they have tons of institutional movement. They have a lot of things that seems really, really safe, but they're like 2 clicks away from somebody else stealing their lunch, right? And what I mean by that is that, you currently we're in that early stage, pre-regulation. We're still before regulation, right?
That's crazy.
And as soon as the regulation comes, they could wipe out who knows how many, right? So betting the farm on anything
Yeah.
outside of education and learning right now, it's scary. Outside of, like, I think BTC, I don't think BTC is going anywhere. I think development will come on BTC, as the Lightning Network and other, other projects start building there. But it's still the wild, wild west. There are no clear winners. And the biggest honestly, just follow Jay's advice on taking profits. I have guys who run really large, a couple $100 million crypto funds,
Wow.
and when they pull out, they're okay with sitting on their cash for 2 years after they take their profit,
Wow.
waiting for that swing back down, right? Because they understand the cycles. But these guys are professionals, right? They've been doing it since like 2015, plus, or earlier than that, and they just, every seasoned person that I know take profits and hangs out on their cash,
No,
right? Like,
yeah, and that's so important, because even with this last bull run, the reason that we're able to live and do the things we're doing is because I was able to take profit, because I was able to, you talk about the 5 steps to success here on this channel, and it's also, again, for those of you guys that haven't seen this, go over to our Crypto for Life channel. If you go down far enough, you'll see where it says
That's a really good one,
Yeah.
James. You should put that in the comments in the put that link in the comments for them because that's a really good one.
I appreciate it. If maybe Liz, if you can capture this one right here, Liz, which is the 5 steps for success. If you can actually go and copy that and put that down in the comments, I'd appreciate that, Liz. Thank you so much, sis. But in this one here, what we talk about, Majid, is have a strategic plan. Do your own research, which is so important because if you do your research and you've done enough due diligence and research on all the things that you've invested in, along with your strategic plan, then it helps at number 3, which is controlling your emotions, because that's really the thing that kills so many people. You go out there and you're trying to time the top and bottom. You're out there trying to take loans that you shouldn't. I mean, you lose your mind
Yeah.
because something, and then all that FOMO starts creeping in. Oh my God, Bitcoin was 16, it's at 40. I'm gonna miss it. It's going to 400,000, and then all of a sudden it retraces, and you're going. And I've seen people just continuously play that vicious game, Magic, and they just keep losing and losing and losing. And obviously, number 5 is. Number 4 is take profit, and number 5, you shouldn't fall in love with any project. Now, there's something that you said I want you to elaborate on, Majid, and that is, you're in this space. You deal with people who have hundreds of millions of dollars in their different projects and stuff like that. We've always heard that 99% of the cryptos, and I'm talking about Michael Saylor has said it, Raw Power has said it, a lot of Kathy Woods at ARK Investments, they don't expect a lot of these projects to be around. And it's because of right now, Majid, you said something, we're still in the pre-regulatory phase. Well, that means that we're still, for many projects, in the gray area. And scams are still happening, and attacks are still happening. So even though people think, oh, the SEC and the government, yeah, they're working on it, but one of the reasons that they're like working on it, and I would say like this, I think it's like a double-edged sword. They're doing what they're supposed to do, but they've got their own corruptive narrative as well. So
Well, you gotta take a look at it from the position of the U.S., right? And
right,
think of like the U.S. as a really big company,
right,
right? And when a really big company sees a new technology that they think is interesting or they want to participate in, they don't go in and try to make a mess and try to do an R&D and build it. No, what they do is they wait for somebody to succeed
right,
and then they acquire it,
right,
right? So the same thing, you're not going to have the US jump in and set regulations in this market till they see whether that's France. There's a lot of really amazing things happening there on the regulatory front. In Asia, in the UK, so interesting things happening in Africa. So
Well,
like
well,
till
let me ask you this though, Matt, because you're saying when things happen, and I love this going back for, and I want you to cut me off when you got. I mean, because this is just live conversation. You said when things are going good, but it seems like they really came in with the Operation Choke Point 2 narrative of controlling crypto when things went bad with SBF, because there were scams, there was attacks, there's all these things going. There's a lot of success. It's been going on for you. There's people who become millionaires and billionaires. But why now? Why did they wait till the FTX deal to come in and start hitting with all this enforcement? Because it seems like that's what really sparked it, in my opinion.
yeah, I think it's just the beginning, right? Like so that you if you don't have enough FUD to keep the markets down,
Right.
you create it, right? Like if you don't have it, you create it. So the SEC, the FTC, none of them have any incentive to have this up and running. But if you see like what they're doing, like some things with like Coinbase,
Right.
right? With I mean, Coinbase just filed for more crypto regulatory insight, and the SEC said no,
I mean,
right? Like,
but why do you have, as an American based company that actually has a live IPO, right? I mean, as an American based company, why do you have to sue for clarity, Magic? Why are they having to go through? Because they're doing everything right. They're not one of these shicey exchanges that are running. They're not Sam Bankman-Fried. They're not Binance, Binance. They're not Do Kwon in prison. Brian Armstrong is being very transparent, very upfront, just like Brad Garlinghouse with Ripple. He went in, opening the books up, everything, and somehow they turned it against him and filed a lawsuit against him. And now every time they want some kind of clarity, this is the second time Coinbase has gone for legal justice just to get regulatory clarity, because the SEC will not, give any type of like clarity to what needs to be done. Why do they have to do that, Magic? Why not just, why not be like Argentina? The new president, or like El Salvador, we love the people and we want to help all of our people with crypto. Why not be that kind of country? I mean, is it not about
well,
control?
when you take a look at countries like Argentina, and there's a ton of amazing countries out there, but when you take a look at the global GDP on what the US brings to the table versus the rest of the country, it's minute,
Right,
right? Like,
right.
so the US can't play with guppies,
Mm,
when there's too much risk for them. So they need to have the regulatory framework sort itself out globally, and then they'll start adopting it, because making and so with that thought in mind, right? Just know that anything before regulation hits here,
uh-huh.
right? There's no major hodl forever, right?
Okay, okay, okay,
The way I take a look at it. Just
okay.
because, and now there are some, like, I have my favorites. I like Bitcoin. I even like things like Chainlink, right?
Okay, okay,
Because they're the best oracle currently, right?
okay.
But that doesn't mean they will be that tomorrow, right?
Mm,
So,
mm.
and if you think about, we haven't even seen big money come into the space yet, right? When you think about, like, BlackRock, right? They're going after an ETF, right? Just, and you know why? Because that's the only thing that they could do right now.
Right, right.
But when all this veil lifts, right, and when things get set, that's when you're going to see what the big boys do. And honestly, it's going to be really simple at that point, right?
Well,
Because
well,
everything's really transparent in the crypto world. So you're going to have to do what I think some really smart people have done in the traditional investing world is what, hey, if Buffett's doing it, let's invest,
so,
right? So
so,
the same thing will
huh,
happen in the crypto world.
huh. So, I mean, is this really about helping the people, or is it really about controlling the industry and
It's
giving?
never really been for the people, man.
I don't
You
think so
know,
either. I don't think so either.
it's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
But here, it's
Yeah,
well,
I don't think I
one.
don't think they care about the people. I don't think we matter. It's not about that. It's like you said. There's new things happening. It's not about people getting rich. They don't care about what us Americans. We're slaves. We're always in their eyes. We're always going to be slaves. We're always meant to be in the matrix and be a part of the circle of life and know our place. That's how the
Well, I
USA
think
comes off across to me.
if you think about how blatant that message has become, I don't think, I mean, I talk to people from all over the world, and they all feel the same way. It's not just a US issue, right? Like, people just don't trust their governments. They don't trust
And why
in the
should we?
people who,
Why should we? It's
right?
like
And now, if you take a look at all the craziness that's happening worldwide,
right,
misinformation, disinformation, like all types of BS that's going on, that if you think about all those things that are happening,
right.
right, those are, um, that's when the establishment, the deep state, whatever you want to call it, they understand this technology
Right,
and what it can do for people.
right.
So they're trying to get ahead of it.
Okay,
Because if you think about blockchain, it's very, very simple. It powers people and gives them their sovereignty back.
right.
It gives them their privacy back, right? It gives them security. It gives them provenance, so they could prove what they have, and they could prove that things were done. Like, you can't just make some stuff up, edit documents, throw it in there. Like, that stuff is so basically what's going to happen is there's going to be this turmoil, but the first thing that's going to happen is that you're going to need regulation to come in and set up the framework. Once the framework is set, people will then take their
Mm,
ingenuity and their uh, and do things to serve themselves, not just serve themselves, but serve humanity. Peer to peer, like, because today we're headed into global commerce. It's not just localized commerce anymore. Like, if you guys have kids and they play games, they're connected to kids from all over the world, right?
mm,
They're talking to
mm,
kids in China and Korea and India, like all over the place. So children don't see boundaries,
mm.
right? Uh, and what's going to happen is when they get older, and they have friends all over the place, they're going to look for trustless ways to interact with them without needing a bunch of third-party intermediaries that take 10-20% of whatever their why pay fees when the bank you're going to is less secure than the platforms that you have access to that charge you way less and you get a lot more. I mean, here's a big thing for me. And I was very, very close to running for office here locally in Nevada.
Okay.
I had a campaign manager, like all that stuff set up,
Wow. Wow.
and I realized that, no matter how hard I try, like I'm not going to be able to change the system.
Yeah, that's right.
I might be able to make a dent in it, especially locally, which I'm okay with. But the only thing that could change the system is technology.
That's right.
Because wherever attention goes, that's where money flows, right?
Facts.
So if people put their attention towards a specific technology, and all the attention goes there, which is why we see regulations happening now. I mean, we've been in the industry for a while, right? Like it's been 10 plus years. Why is there not even regulation now? Because now the attention is coming to, and it's getting proven out by numbers, right? $3 trillion is a market cap, 3x away from gold, right? After this next halving, Bitcoin will be more scarce than gold.
Wow. Wow. Now,
Right?
now, I want you to hold that thought real quick as we go in here and say what's up to the family real quick. We got a lot of comments, and I want to make sure that I show some love. Make sure you hold that thought. I got a couple of thoughts as well. Casey Goodwin, what's up, my brother? Casey Goodwin, welcome to the Crypto for Life family. I appreciate you, my brother. Mike Collins says, heads up. Was it Search? Is being listed on MXEC today. Okay, you guys make sure you pay attention to that. Mike Collins knows that there's anybody who knows about gyms, it's Mike Collins. Casey Goodwin is saying BlackRock will lead the way, and that's all they'll need. It's never been for the people. It's never been about that. That's facts. Let's see. He says Brad Garlinghouse is just the face that they're throwing crap at right now. But you know what? Brad Garlinghouse knows what he's doing. That's right. I wish the best for Ripple and for the space. I love that. My sister Liz says, exactly, Andrew. What did Andrew say? Andrew says it helps making, when we were talking about your assets and things that you're investing in, he says it helps making a log of the day you buy. Crypto bought, how much you spent for that crypto. He says that's what helps him sees what he's putting in and when he's taking profit. That's amazing. That's right. Put it down on paper if you have a hard time. I think that's very, very important. Coming soon is LVN, so don't sleep on this one. I'm telling you guys, Mike Collins is the gym master. You guys remember the Beast Master back in the day? The guy was controlling all the animals. Well, guess what? Mike Collins is the gym master. That guy knows crypto. We got Crypto Chops in the house. We've got, let's see, Carmichael says, be back in 20. My brother had to step out for a second. Andrew T is in the house. Let me see who else is here, guys.
Appreciate James, if we're throwing some alpha out there, right? So, and we're talking about, Coinbase and Brad Garlinghouse. If you take a look at what he just recently invested into, which was Research Coin, that's ResearchFi, right? So,
you said
because
Brett Garlinghouse invested in this?
Yeah, personal money.
And wait. What's the name of the coin?
Research token, I believe. Research coin.
Guys, hold on now. We got something. Now, do you know the ticker for that?
I'd have to look it up real quick.
Research coin. Let me see if I can find that. Research coin.
Yeah. And then also,
you talking about, is it one word like RSC?
Yeah, I think that's the token.
Whoa. Okay, so RSC right now is at looks like 2,444. It's number 912 as far as volume. Right now it's coming in at 41 cents. This coin came out about holy crap. Did Brad pump this damn thing up like this? It was at 1 cent November 3rd, just a month ago, and it's at 41 cents. What the hell? 2,352%. Look, guys, I don't want to get off topic, but what the hell is this coin? Because I've never heard of it.
So it's research-fi. If you think about like company, well, if you think about researchers out there who
Uh-huh.
are looking for a grant funding and different things to kind of extend out their research, like
Wow.
so people get to participate in funding research projects that they think are valuable for some type of return.
Wow.
So
So
it's
guys,
it's yeah, it's pretty cool.
look, guys, you guys
That's a big
heard.
space.
Look, here's the funny thing about it. This is why it's so important to have people in here like Mike Collins that are throwing out coins, or in this case, my man Majid Zafar. Is that how you say it, Zafar? Zafar? Zafar?
Close enough, Zafer. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And so yeah, I've never heard it, but I just went to the site right now, Research Hub. Hey
Yeah.
man, look, if Brett Garlinghouse is in it, and it jumped up 2,352% in the last month. Now, guys, look, I don't know about you. I don't know about you guys, and I'm not trying to crap on anybody's coin, but I'm gonna tell you right now, before I start getting into the baby cousins, Doge, uncles, dog groomers coin, and all these other dumb ass memes, you might want to look at coins like this with incredible utility, amazing use cases. Obviously, you got people like Brad Garlinghouse and many other big people from 1 cent to 41 cents in 1 month. The only way for me to say this, I'm gonna have to take a pause. Tails, can you let them know how we feel? This is Crypto Tails, guys. Stack it up.
Hey,
Hey,
look, 4 years and it's still no cheers. If fear selling and I'm still all in. What do you do when your freedom is in illusion? How high will it go when the XRP get the moon in? It's amusing when you know that you ain't losing. Going back to go back, got 'em choosing. Which one? Bag it up. This
all right,
one.
guys, check it out. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I'll tell you what. Majid has got me looking like we always talk about not FOMOing, guys, and you should never FOMO. But am I feeling a little bit FOMO about this one? I'm gonna tell you right now, don't FOMO, because this is on a hell of a uptrend right now. This thing's at 2,353% in the last month. How did I miss this? I should have had Majid on a month ago. This is crazy. 41 cents from 1 cent. Now, I don't know what kind of returns you're looking for from your bunks and your this coin and that coin, or even, I mean, there's been some coins that have been on fire, like ICP has been on fire. There's a lot of coins that have been on fire, but man, this one right here,
So if
oh
you
my
want to get
gosh.
ahead of something,
Wow.
uh,
Wow.
you know, Zero Network, James,
Uh-huh.
they're about to drop a token.
Zero Network, what is that?
Zero dot network, they're like an interoperability layer. They're already working with like 50 plus blockchains. I think their website is zero dot network. Look them up. But they're about to drop a token here shortly.
Zero dot, now hold on, guys. So it's zero
Dot
dot,
network.
okay, guys, Majid is throwing little gems here. Mike Collins in the group throwing gems here. Is it dan.com? Go wait, this is GoDaddy. Hold on. Where is
No,
it? Zero dot network domain. Oh, no. I must have hit something wrong. Is it zero dot network?
it should be. Here, let me just double check.
If you got it, Majid, find it and then I'll put it up in the screen. So, guys, that the one that you just talked about right now is wow, yeah. So I don't want to get stuck on that one particular coin, but Magic's throwing some gems out here. Mike Collins is in the stream right now throwing out gems. These guys are throwing out gems. No FOMO, just watch it. You damn straight. That's right, Casey Good. We don't do FOMO here. Anytime I talk about, Six8Jay can't get right over here that wants a FOMO, and the Six8Jay that does all his research, it's a little comical. But yeah, never FOMO, never chase green candles. Always a one away. What's up, my brother? Welcome to the greatest way to start your day with the Crypto for Life family. Big bro Tim's in the house. Okay, Magic, let's get back on topic here, brother. So one of the things that we were talking about, and I want to get back to, is we were talking about regulatory clarity, what the SEC, the government's doing right now. We've always talked about some of the things that could really cause a retracement here in the industry, right? One of the things that we've talked about, obviously we saw Celsius, we saw Luna, we saw FTX, and that brought Bitcoin all the way down to 15,000 some change. It was incredible entry points for a lot of people who want to get involved and find the right position to get involved as far as dollar cost average and what have you. Then all of a sudden, everyone kept speculating that the next big crash would come with, let's say, Binance, with Tether, and with ETHgate. Well, we saw Binance happen, and if it did anything, it at best, it gave the market a hiccup. Didn't really do much of anything, and I think the market is very strong now. People are kind of over, selling their positions, and I think more than any time in the history of since crypto's been out, people are starting to see the the reason crypto was created, right? I mean, banks are closing down, bank runs, all these different things going on. So I think if there's at any time in the time that crypto's been out, there's never been more reason to have a position in crypto, right? And then, obviously we got ETHgate, we got Tether, and look, Majid, I want your opinion on this, but obviously anything like that could devastate the market. If Tether went down, I mean, you got Tether, their hands are in everything, the government, this and that, I mean, everything. Bitcoin, I mean, massive amounts of Bitcoin. So if something like that went down, and we know that there's a history of Tether not coming into a full audit, paying that, buying their way out of having full audits. There's even been a validation that they were not pegged dollar for dollar at points. They print money like crazy. And then you got ETHgate and all these things that are being said. But I think even bigger than that, Majid, and you stop me if I'm wrong, and I want you to comment on this. I think regulatory clarity could be the thing that crashes the market more than anything. And the reason I say that, because at that moment, the projects that you talked about, like Chainlink and obviously the almighty Bitcoin and things like XRP that has been deemed not a security, things like XRP that obviously they're like a Coinbase. They're solving a real issue globally, lightning fast. The utility is phenomenal. They got their hand. I mean, they got partnerships around the world already in full effect. They're producing stable coins for certain countries. They're doing all these different things. I think when regulatory clarity comes, that'll be the birth of when we really see the value in assets like that. And I think that's when we'll see the massive crash of things that will be decimated, that will no longer exist. I think at that point, and I think right now, the SEC doesn't care about all the little things, all the little coins. Obviously, they got their focus on Bitcoin and Ethereum. I can't really say that. I think the only reason they're focused on XRP because they know it works, because they tested it even before the lawsuit. So then they know what they have. And there's other projects as well. But I think, in my opinion, Majid, at that point, I think that could be the black swan event for crypto, only because people who are like horses with blinders on, people who don't believe that their project can be ripped away. Majid, I've been around since 2017. I know you've been around for a while. There's so many projects, Majid, that were in the top 100, top 50, top 30, top 20 that are no longer here. And I lost my butt. I lost tens of thousands of dollars, but it was still a small little fraction of my portfolio, but it was still, I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, look, if I get a $500 parking ticket, it pisses me off. So, I mean, when you lose money, it's not a good thing. So the fact that there's projects that were amazing, some of them that might have even reached in the top 10 at one point, that are gone. And so how devastating do you think, do you agree with me that this regulatory clarity, or when regulations are finally put in place, can that be devastating only because people are so naive to the fact that their project's going to, like you said, they're going to be around. I'm a hodl for the next 10 years. And you know what? You might be hodling something that might not even be here. So I just want you to just kind of, from your perspective, do you feel that that's part of what can take the industry down? Because if you got a lot of projects, Majid, that just vanish, and I'm talking about in mass amounts. I'm not talking about, Luna's gone. And so I'm talking about thousands of coins gone. I mean, and how do you see that happening?
So
And how much of an impact do you think that's going to be on the market? I personally think it's going to be what. Sometimes you have to have a great reset in order to start the right climb. Go ahead, Majid.
So there's going to be there's two sides to this, right? Number one, kind of what you described. Regulations are going to happen. There's going to be a black swan event. I 100% agree with that. The other side to it, though, is that there's a lot of infrastructure companies right now that are in the blockchain space that don't have a token. And they're getting heavy adoption.
Wow.
And that heavy adoption will actually create, in the next 12 to 24 months, you're going to see customers and brands come on that will pull in 100 million plus users on chain.
Wow.
And that's going to be available because of protocols. But those protocols currently do not have tokens for a very specific reason, because they don't want to be part of that whole
the cleansing,
the disaster, right?
So these guys are strategically waiting to do things the right way once they get clarity? And then would you say all the companies that jumped in quick, they did ICOs, and all, not only would they be gone, but we may see massive amounts of lawsuits going back, looking into all the things that they've done?
Well,
Could that
I think
happen as well?
yeah, I think it'll be that time will become like a mergers and acquisitions time, right? So basically what will happen is you will have different companies come in, and they will buy the technology behind the product,
Okay.
right? So kind of like how you come into, if you buy a business, you could buy all you care about is the real estate
Right.
that came with the business. That you don't care about the business. You shut off the business, you keep all the real estate, and then you repurpose that real estate,
I
right?
see. I see.
It's the same thing. You're gonna see companies that, and I'm seeing it now, right? I'm seeing companies that were worth 20-30 million a couple years ago, now getting scooped up by VCs for under $1 million,
Wow.
right?
Wow.
Because it's easier for them to buy than to build.
Jeez.
So what I see happening when that black swan event happens, and companies need liquidity and working capital, and they either go bankrupt or whatever,
Right.
you're going to have bigger companies come in, scoop up their tech and repurpose it, rebrand it, put it under their thing, and then we're off to the races.
Okay, so we've talked about, and for those of you guys that are here, make sure you hit the like and subscribe, guys. Go over and show your love for my man Majid, Zafer. He's an incredible guy, one of our best friends out here in Vegas. Can't wait for Mike to get to meet this guy. Just super, super amazing person, and even better friend. But guys, so Majid, would you say? We've talked about all these different things with crypto. Obviously, this has been a great stream. But let's talk to the person who's just looking at this show for the first time, that is scared crapless. They're like, man, I don't know what to do. I'm nervous. They're out there listening to all these YouTube guys. It's even more confusing. What do you say to the new person who has, whatever the dollar amount is? It could be 1,000, it could be 10,000, it could be whatever, 5,000, whatever it is, and is looking to invest. Where's your money safe at, Majid, right now, with all the stuff that could come and all these things that could happen, and regulatory clarity could wipe out most of these projects where people are, I'm going to get rich. Look, we're not fudding anyone here. We're just saying, be smart. What would your advice be to that person right now looking to get in this space and put their money in the right place?
Well, I know you did an episode on how to do allocation of a portfolio.
That's right.
Put that in the comments, because that thing is solid, right? Like the way to really, you got to just diversify your risk and kind of stay with the ones that that the government's already behind.
Right.
Right? Like you already know that it's being picked up by Swift, like XRP. You already know that, there's no other decentralized technology like it, like Bitcoin. Right, like so you already know that there's these, and what I would say is fall in love with one thing, right? Fall in love with one thing, and if I had to give any advice around this, and this is not financial advice at all, but just my thesis is don't invest in projects, invest in infrastructure.
Wow, I like that. So don't invest in memes. I mean, let me say it this way. Don't invest in flashy pictures or charts or what things might be doing today. You might see something go up 2,000%, but invest in infrastructure. Invest in, teams, partnerships. Just elaborate a little bit more on that, Majid, please.
And if you are going to lean into a project with like your 10% of your portfolio, whatever might be in that category, for me, it's really simple. Would you use it? So like, don't. Like, I see the problem. I see a lot of people doing is purchasing tokens, and they have no idea what that token does. They've never gone on their website. They've never played with it. They've never seen if it's clunky. They don't know like all the problems with it. So if you would use it, buy it.
Right, that's right.
If you wouldn't use it, don't buy it.
That's right.
Right.
No,
So I mean,
I love it. And my boy Mike Owen says bars. I love it. Casey says That's right. Let's keep it going. So, guys, so Majid, I guess the question for me would be, I guess that's a very broad way of answering the question because, and also Majid brought up a very good point. Always remember, guys, nothing that we talk about on the show, not in the past, not currently, not in the future, should ever be considered or deemed financial advice. Neither myself or Majid are financial advisors. We're just documenting our journey in the evolution of money. Now, with that being said, Majid, for a person that's dollar cost averaging, and I get this question all the time. Obviously, I think dollar cost averaging is very smart. If you're a person right now that had, I want to ask you a very personal question. If you're a person right now that had, let's keep it sensible, $10,000 right now. You just got $10,000, and I'm talking about that's 10% of, because remember, guys, Majid said something very, very important. You should only invest, you never invest more than you can afford to lose. So Majid, let's just say you had $100,000 in the bank and you're getting ready to do the responsible thing, right? And invest at least $10,000, right? And no more than that, because you're not going to put your family in any kind of bind and be on my next video, which is instead of DANG, it might be MANG. I'm just kidding. But what would you do with $10,000 right now if you were in the industry? And it doesn't have to be specifically 10, but let's just say somewhere around that number. What would you be investing in? What would you tell people, hey, this is what you should be paying attention to right now? Or, as
So
far as
all my
allocation.
friends that ask, right, I always say just to start your portfolio, it doesn't matter what position you're in, right? If you're coming in with a $100,000 budget, own at least one Bitcoin and never mess with that. And put that in cold storage.
Okay.
Don't do anything with it.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And outside of that, right? Outside of Bitcoin, like I said, I like infrastructure, right? So take a look at the layer ones, right? I really like Solana.
Okay.
And I know some of the things that they're coming out with, next year. So
I don't know. I don't know if
Solana.
people understand how valuable Solana, all the big money, like your Raw Pals and all these
Well,
guys. They're going crazy about Solana.
The argument I get about Solana is that it's gone down, right? I have a friend of mine who loves who loves Litecoin,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And I asked, and he's like, it's never gone down before. I'm like, well, what have they done that's significant or even good in the last 5 years that's moving adoption forward?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Bobby Lee's, the only thing they have is their wallet that.
Well, they don't have a story like let's say, and I hate to keep sounding like I'm shilling it, but like Ripple, XRP, where even when things were horrible, even in the midst of the most horrific times of being in that lawsuit without any victories, without any announcements, they were still building when and you think about this, Majid, right when the market fell, a lot of companies, a lot of crypto projects were either firing people, the CEOs were leaving. They became stagnant. Ripple was building. They were expanding. They were hiring. And so I get what you're saying. And it's one of the things that I heard somebody say the other day. They're like, yeah, Ripple's price hasn't moved a whole lot, but they're like, I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that it's not just running up and down with every little news thing that's going on, that is staying balanced, and yet it's still having higher highs and higher lows over the long run, especially with all the FUD that it's had, but is well positioned to act when it's supposed to act. And that's what I think one of the things that I like about Ripple is not going to have, this crazy week or this hyped up thing, from emotions or news. It moves when it's created to move, which is institutional adoption, which we have not seen yet. And I love what you said when you said, man, we're still pre-regulatory clarity. So I think that's when you'll see coins like Ripple and all these other extraordinary projects just explode.
One thing I want to add to that is, when we talk about infrastructure, what you got to take a look at is really the process it takes to go from traditional to a developed Web3 product, right? So that a company can. So there's a bunch of parts that make that happen, right? It's not just a layer one. There's oracles. There's So what I would do is take a look at all those different parts of the equation and see who's doing the best in those categories, right?
I like that. Yeah.
And so I take a look at if you had to, you could take a look at the car, but dig in and see what those engine parts are,
Right,
right?
right. That makes sense.
And then if you go to like Coin Market Cap, it does an amazing job of breaking all that down for you. So you could go, not only could you go in and see all the layer ones and all the different categories, but if you want to know what the billionaires are doing, go and take a look at their portfolios. They're right there.
Right, that's right.
Right there. You could go on CoinMarketCap and see what the Winklevoss twins have invested into. You could see what A16Z is invested into. You could see it's all right there for you,
That's right.
and then do your own research and deploy capital where you feel best.
No, I
But
agree. I
most
agree, man.
importantly, check out James that video on how to allocate that capital. I can't tell that advice there is gold.
Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate each and every one of you
Well,
guys.
I
Make sure you,
follow it, so
yeah, that's it. And then if you ran for office, I would probably be part of your campaign out here as well. So just keep that in mind, guys. We've had an incredible show here with Majid. If you guys have any specific questions for Majid, go ahead and put them in the comment. I'll go ahead and read them. R3A, what's up, R3A? Welcome to the stream, my friend. Marvin Davis in the house. We got Casey Goodwin. We've got, let's see who's out hanging out with the family right now. My brother, Mike Owens, had an incredible dinner with that brother last night and his wife. We got Liz Herrera, my sister's in the house. Huh? Liz says, thumbs up, family. Let's show your support for the Crypto for Life channel. Always One Away is in the house. We appreciate you guys in a major way. Mike Collins, Big Bro 10. Who else is hanging out with us today? Andrew T. Huh? You guys make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Crypto Tropics. Karma Carmichael. What's up, my brother? Appreciate you guys in a major way. Thank you guys for hanging out on this amazing Sunday. We're coming up on an hour, right, guys? We're coming up on an hour right now, guys. Anthony XRP Ranner's in the house. Who else is here? Guys, we're gonna be Crypto Trooper 22. What's up, my brother? OMC, what's up, my friend? Bullish Kenny G, the man that stays in the gym. OMC, what's up, my brother? So we're gonna be coming to a close here, Majid. I definitely appreciate you being on, brother. Every time I want you to come on. Every time, what says? Okay. Okay, yeah, they were talking about owning a full BTC. And here, the last thing I was going to say, Magic, here's what I was going to say. Give me your opinion on this before we get out of here. A lot of people obviously feel like they can't afford a Bitcoin. Okay, but let's say if you agree with this or disagree with this. Let's say you're in all these different assets and we have a surge, a bull run. Would you say it would be smart as you're taking profit not to put that profit right back into fiat? How about taking some of that profit and when you're taking that profit, dollar cost averaging to things like Bitcoin and some of these other huge utility coins. So that way, when you're taking profit off the table, that 25, 50 I talked about of taking profit, you can end up having multiple Bitcoin because I don't think anyone, and again, this is not financial, but let me just talk for myself. I'm not going to be putting my profit back into fiat, back in the banks. Now, I'll probably have some money into fiat in the banks because, hey, we all need to live. And then I'll put some into stablecoin to reposition myself so that when the market has future retracements, but then I'm also going to dollar cost into those assets that I want to have bigger positions in, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's Chainlink, whatever the case. Would you say that's a pretty good strategy, or would you just say, hey, when you take profit, put it all back in the bank account? I mean, what would you say about that?
now,
Magic?
I think it all depends on your family situation and what you're looking for,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
If that's your investment portfolio and you're just looking to kind of continue to reinvest, I think having a stable coin strategy is really smart just to kind of hold. And if you stake it, you can earn interest on it. So your money is now making more money than they could actually do in the bank,
That's right.
right?
That's
So
right.
that's one thought. The other piece is no matter what, at least own zero point 0.2 Bitcoin. That's it. Right? So in today's world, I think you get that for like $800. So if you have $1,000 out there, personally, I would do zero point 0.2 Bitcoin. So 800 of it, put in Bitcoin, and the other $200 put into whatever else you want.
I love it.
But you're starting out, right?
Right.
But my thought is always, as every family should try to own at least zero point 0.2 Bitcoin. That's my
No,
thought.
I agree. And now you guys heard that, right? Listen to what Magic's saying, because regardless of, well, I could do this. I could get I could get like way more baby Sheba's cousin's dog groomer coin, Magic. I don't understand. I can get that at 0.15 zeros and a 1, Magic. I could be rich over time if it just drops. You guys got to understand what Magic is saying, guys. Look, you got to play. You got to have whatever strategy you use, but you also have to be smart and see that there's nothing bigger right now on planet Earth in its entirety than Bitcoin. And with the potential of not only ETFs, but massive adoption globally, Majid, what would you say to potential if you're listening to, let's say, Michael Saylor, who says one day he sees possibly, Kathy Woods with ARK Investment obviously said 1.4 to 1.7 by a certain time frame, right? But Michael Saylor is going over and says, look, you guys understand, if just a percentage of the global money that's in various stocks or whatever just goes into Bitcoin, you're talking a $5 million Bitcoin or $10 million. So what could that little allocation of Bitcoin that you're talking about, what could that mean to somebody in the long term? And Magic, by the way, you're talking long term. You're not talking about try to cash out in the next bull run, 2 or 3 years.
No,
You're talking about long
this
term.
is
Elaborate on that.
this is the stuff that this is the stuff that you want to leave your children, right?
Yeah.
Like this is legacy.
Yeah,
It's not
exactly.
because that legacy that you could possibly live off the dividends of that legacy in your later years. I'm talking
That's
about
right.
10, 20 years from now.
That's right. That's right.
You could live off the dividends off of what that asset creates for you. So it's just the beginning. You want to have a long term, like I just believe in. Now I'm a dad. I have 2
That's
kids.
right.
I gotta play it safe, right? Now, if you're 18 and got a couple grand to just throw around, man, best thing to do is go out and get messy and learn,
No, no, no,
right?
no, no. Let me ask you this, Matt, because we're not talking about in the next bull run when people want to go out there and get that new Mercedes or they want to go out there and pay off their home. We're talking about for anybody that's looking at this stream right now, and you've ever sat around going, I wonder what my grandpa was doing. Like my dad told stories about my grandpa that he had like a bar and like like one of those after hour spots way back in the day in the country part of like Florida or something, and he had bought land and that land was handed down over generations. You're talking about stuff like that, like when you start around wondering what your ancestors did or the Rockefellers did or Paris Hilton family did. That's when you're talking about allocating that amount of Bitcoin and waiting for your children, you have to have a long-term thought process. You have to have the mindset that I'm going to break this genealogy curse, this curse of just leaving nothing for my kids and my children's children. That's what you're talking about with that allocation of Bitcoin. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And basically, the dividends that come off the babies of that Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
That's what you do to set up your life. But like for future generations, you just kind of continue that asset over and over.
That's
It's
right.
it's going to live in perpetuity. I mean,
Right.
it's a new financial system.
Right,
It's not going anywhere.
and that's why I think when we talked about, and you talked about one of the shows that we actually had in here. If you guys are just coming to the stream, or if you watch this a little bit later, go over to our Crypto for Life channel. You'll see some incredible interviews, like with Majid. You'll see celebrities. You'll see different people of different value. You'll see charitable work. You'll see us covering certain projects. We've done so much, guys. We've been around for 12 months. Make sure you support our Crypto for Life family. But one of the things that you're talking about, Majid, that is very near and dear to me is when I was talking about the 70, 20, 10 dollar cost average, the 25, 25, 50 take profit. I mean, obviously you're talking about long term, looking at your family's situation long term, and you really have to have a strategic plan when it comes to your short term plan, your middle term plan, and your long term game plan as well, right? And that's what I do. I'm not predicating everything off this next bull run. I'm looking at what this is going to do when I'm long dead and gone, right? And a lot of people may not think that way, but I do. We've got a couple people that said some things here. Marvin Davis says XRP bars. I love that. Like your style, Casey. I like that. I just had someone that says something here. It says, what would you choose? It says, which coin is good, XRP or Solana? You can't compare the two. That's like saying which car is better, a Bentley or Mercedes. They're just two different vehicles, man. I mean, two different use cases. You can't compare Solana to XRP no more than you can compare Bitcoin to Shiba. I mean, it's just totally, Magic, your thought process on that. I got one other thing here. It says, Marvin Davis, now I like to do that, James, but rolling on smaller coins better for me right now. And that's what we're talking about, Marvin Davis. Like, it's okay to be in those smaller coins because this, like the immediate bull run, can put you into a position that when you're taking profit, you can start allocating that. What was the percentage you said of Bitcoin again, Magic?
I said point two,
Okay,
right?
so point
But
two.
but
Okay,
remember I said that that's what you want to have on hold no matter what. But anything after that, go play with it, right? Like go, if you have that $200, you could put into, there's a lot of the market's so low right now. Anything that you're really kind of putting in the top 20, that stuff's going to pump over the next year or so,
right,
right? So
right,
if you guys are looking for returns on your money, I agree. You're going to get better returns off of the small tokens than you will from Bitcoin,
right.
but the chance of that going to zero is also possible,
And not,
right?
and not only that, but just like you dollar cost averaging, and we've always talked about that, you can always dollar cost average out. What I mean by that is, as your profits are going out, you're dollar cost averaging out into Bitcoin. So I can't afford it right now, but you can afford it once this market explodes, and your different assets, put you in position to do that. So that's what I was
Yeah.
saying. As far as if you can't afford a Bitcoin now, then dollar cost average out of taking your profits and into Bitcoin. That's one way of accumulating. Because I know some people right now that they've got 30, 40, 50, 100 Bitcoin, but it wasn't overnight. They've been dollar cost averaging from day one, and their profits that they're taking is going into Bitcoin, not back into fiat. Before I go any further, Mike Owens says, 6-8, I would love to go to lunch with you and Majid. Would just absorb. Yeah, look, you're right here in Vegas. You're actually Mike Owens is one of my best boys. Magic's one of my good friends out here. So, matter of fact, I was supposed to go hang out with Magic. Magic invited me yesterday to an event here in Vegas. So we connect all the time. Me and Mike connect all the time. So Mike, I'll definitely bridge that, and we'll set up lunch. Probably maybe even this next week. No problem at all, my brother. So. Casey says, I appreciate the whole channel. Love it. Good job. I will join crew if you want. Thank you so much, Casey. We welcome you to the Crypto for Life family. Make sure you also go over to our Telegram group. We welcome you. We embrace you. And guess what we do here? We love our Crypto for Life family. And the best way to tell you that is Crypto Tales. Take it away. Woo!
Stack it up, tells it like it is. Got them switching gears,
Yep.
on Ferrari with the tens. On some bullet shit, start crying, start buying, getting bags. I ain't lying, money multiplying, call it rocket science. I'm so tired of this crypto.
It's Sunday, guys, and the greatest way to start your day is with the Crypto for Life family and my brother, Majid Zafer. If you guys have any questions for Majid, if you guys want to see Majid back on the show, which I would love to see Majid each and every week if I can get him here, the guy's absolutely incredible. And if he ran for anything, I'm running. I'm going to be right there on his campaign going, go Majid, go Majid. So, guys, make sure you check out and support my brother Majid. Majid, anything that you want to add in as we get ready to get out of here? It's about a minute, and we're about an hour and 4 minutes over right now, about 4 minutes over the hour. If there's anything that you want to add to this, my brother, any words of advice, any powerful things that you can say to the family right now, whether it's hodling, whether it's stay focused, whether it's be careful, whatever that is, what would be your closing statement to the Crypto for Life family, which is part of your family?
Uh, all of this started for me because I had friends who shared information with me.
Okay.
You know, so honestly, be that friend for someone this season.
That's right.
And don't try to convince, just share information. This channel is a great start, right? Share this channel with your friends and family, and people that you care about. Not just say, hey, I don't know much about like what's going on, but I'm following these guys and they're on point,
I
right?
love it. I
Because
love it.
the the power of your portfolio will be based on the network that you have. And the more people that you collectively work with, because this industry is way too big to kind of get your grasp around all of it.
That's right.
So go get your group of friends, get like you know how you do fantasy football? Do your do a little crypto crew, right? Get together once a week, discuss different things. That's how this thing moves forward.
That's right.
And that's how we get adoption, right? So,
Absolutely.
get people tuned into this channel, start utilizing it, start sharing it, and that's how we all win.
No, and I think that's spot on. One of the things I used to always tell people in life, and you know this as well, Magic, from the industries that we've been a part of, is that you only get one shot to make the right impression, or one shot, and you can actually make it a phenomenal experience, or you can ruin the experience for someone by saying the wrong things. And I think especially when you're new and you're kind of you're unsure yourself about a lot of things. I always say that if you're a student is just starting out in whatever subject that is in college, you should never be going out there, especially when you don't know what's going on, trying to teach somebody else as you go. So I love what you say. Is sometimes you got to take yourself out that equation. You got to, if there's a genuine interest, send them over to the show. Send them over to the Crypto Life for Life family. Let them see why you're excited, and that might help them start on the right foot as far as, their journey in the right direction. Because you can say the wrong things like, hey, get into Baby Doja's cousin's coin, and then all of a sudden it crashes. Like, I knew it. I hate that industry because I lost everything. So you don't want to ruin this opportunity. You need to understand how phenomenal of a life-changing opportunity this is for people. And in my opinion, Majid, and you can agree or disagree, I think it's one of the greatest gifts you can give anybody is exposing them to any type of position to be involved in this crypto industry. Your thoughts, Majid?
100%. My friends that I started off in 2015, that we had a little poker crew, and some of them have played their homes off. They've sold their businesses. They invested like 100K into Bitcoin before when it was under $1,000.
That's right.
They're all doing pretty well today, and and they'll pick up my call anytime. Right?
Well,
So
I like it.
same thing, guys. Just create your crew and go to war with your tribe.
I love it. And Mike Owen says, it's Majid, not magic. Well, no, it's Majid, but Majid has a magic. There you go. Guys, I appreciate you guys in a major way. Majid, I appreciate you guys. Let's make sure we get together. I know you got some stuff going on this week. Send me an invite. I'm coming out to hang out with you. I would have came out yesterday, but I had a crazy day. We had a Christmas thing to go to. We were hanging out with Mike Owens. But I'm definitely looking forward to hanging out, and we're going to set something up with you and Mike here really soon. Majid, I appreciate you. I love you, my brother. Say hello to the wife and kids for me.
I will. Love you, brother. Peace.
All right, my brother. Much love. Peace. All right, guys, that's my man, Majid Zafer, guys, only here on Crypto for Life, the greatest way to start your day, the greatest way to learn about what's going on. And remember, nothing that me and Majid talked about today should ever be considered deemed financial advice. I appreciate you guys in a major way. You know what I got to do. I got to go out there and show love to the family. Liz, my sister. Thank you, Crypto for Life family, for all the love and support today. Make sure you smash a thumbs up on your way out and hit that subscribe button. You see how family, that's how family does, guys. OMC's in the house, Marvin Davis, Casey Goodwin, one of our newest members. I appreciate you, my brother. Mike Owens, my brother. Had a great dinner with Mike Owens and his wife yesterday. Say what's up to my little niece, Hannah. What's up, Hannah? Hannah, my little niece, the greatest little niece in the world. Liz, my sister's in the house. Casey, appreciate you, my brother. Mike Collins in the house. Marvin Davis in the house. R3A in the house. Welcome, my brother, to the greatest way to start your day, the Crypto for Life family. OMC's in the house. Marvin Davis. Did I say that already? I think so. It's okay. Mike Owens. I'll say it again. Doggone it. Marvin Davis. Let me stop. Liz in the house. Who else did I miss? Andrew T's in the house. Casey in the house. R3A is in the house. Let me stop. I can't rap. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys in a major way. Did I get everybody here? Big Bro 10 I know was here. Always One Away is here. I got Mike Collins, my brother, out there in the UK hanging out, even though it's nighttime. That's my brother. Andrew T's in the house. Anybody else? Crypto Tropics. Crypto Trooper 22. I got to shout out people. JC. Did I miss anybody? Beekeeper C. Anybody who's here, not here? Carmichael. What's up, my brother? Anybody else? Guys, I appreciate you guys in a major way. Much love. We'll see you guys mañana. It's your boy James, a.k.a. Six8Jay. Till next time. Peace.